Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about soft skills. So today I'm going to break down this video into two parts. The first part is explaining exactly what soft skills are and how you can use them effectively to show up as a confident person and true leadership material. Then I'm going to walk through 5 soft skills that I think are quite important these days if you're looking to make some major career moves. Real quick, if you enjoy this content and want to learn more about how to make power moves in your career, make sure to follow my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from me. All right, so let's get started. First, I believe the term soft skills can be misused, especially when we see it in a job posting or job description. So I want to talk about what soft skills really encompass. That way, when someone wants to talk about soft skills with you, whether it's for a promotion or even getting a new job, you are prepared to define the soft skills that come naturally to you and highlight how you can use them to be successful with your work. So, soft skills are personal attributes that enable you to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people. That being said, we need to acknowledge that we, as human beings, are comprised of 2 types of skills. Soft skills, they deal with relationships, and hard skills deal with implementation. How well do you do your job? As a project manager, my hard skills helped me drive progress and ensure projects were done on time and under budget. My soft skills helped me engage with the other humans around me to ensure that we work together for a common goal. And this distinction is why I end up talking to a lot of people who will tell me, well, gee, I did my job right. I hit all my metrics. I do what I'm told. Why am I not getting promoted? That's because you focused a lot on doing the job in front of you, but you spent little time understanding how to show up with the people around you. It's okay to just do your job and go home. Terrific. I love people like that. It's simple. If you want more from your career and you're stuck with the belief that you did your job well and others around you are getting all the accolades and getting promoted, then this is going to help you immensely. With that, these are the top 5 skills I think are critically important to helping you show up as a well-rounded leader. Number 1, critical thinking. This is number 1 because I think it's the most important. For those of us who want more out of our jobs and are looking for what's next in our careers, it's important to be able to look at a situation, evaluate it according to your experiences and expertise, and then be able to give your perspective on how successful or problematic a situation is going to become. That is critical thinking. This allows you to have discussions with the people around you, specifically above you, so that you can contribute to evolution of the outcome of the initiative or project. I've said this many times before in other videos. Soft skills, but especially critical thinking, move you away from just being a doer, someone who just gets tasks done, and into being a thinker, someone who contributes to the bigger discussion. In order to start practicing this soft skill, take a moment to evaluate the calls you've been invited to for the next week. Ask yourself why you've been invited to those calls. Is it just to give updates on status, or are you going to be having discussions around options and opportunities? If all of your calls are task-oriented, ask yourself where you can get on calls that are strategic so you can contribute to the larger conversation. If you aren't seen that way, ask your boss how you can start working on this skill and where there might be opportunities for you to join those calls. It's the most important soft skill you can develop, and it's a great one to add to your development talks as a skill you would like to nurture. Number 2, problem solving. While critical thinking involves giving your perspectives on situations, problem solving involves taking action. Here's why this one's important. It can become easy to start depending on your boss or supervisor to always tell you the answer or to always come up with solutions. And of course, this is important, especially when you're new to your job. Eventually, however, you want to move away from always asking your boss what to do and start telling your boss how you solve the problem yourself. Now, this isn't about take action now, apologize later, because I actually think that's a broken philosophy based on a lot of missing parts. So this is about starting to build a habit of evaluating a situation or issue, coming up with 1 or 2 solutions, and anticipating the impact of your solution on that situation. Once you become an authority in your role, you'll be able to navigate problem solving with greater ease. Also, When you talk to your supervisor or your boss or a stakeholder, using your problem-solving skills will go a long way to helping them see you as self-sufficient. You may not get it right every time, and that's usually related to you not having all the information. But your ability to show up and tell someone, hey, here's the situation, here's how I think we should deal with it, and here's why that's going to work, is going to help that person, your boss, your supervisor, or your stakeholder, to make better decisions. And that's the point. Your ability to solve problems using your experiences and expertise allows others to step into better and more informed decision making. You've now made yourself a valuable asset to the leadership team and the organization. Number 3, collaboration. Here's why collaboration is important. There are many people who will tell me that they don't like working in groups or on teams or in brainstorming sessions. They've positioned themselves as a lone wolf or someone who works better alone. Hey, that's fine. If you do your best work alone in a quiet place, then it makes sense that you should carve out a space for you to do that. People who are successful at work have the ability to understand when and where they do their best work, and they have the ability to show up in group settings to contribute to the greater good of the team, project, or department. This works the other way around also. I sometimes work with people who love to be team players, and they love the creativity that comes from collaboration and social connection, but that's all they can do. Leading and managing expectations for their own work is hard, and they struggle. Being able to work independently without too much supervision, while also being able to shift into collaboration with an engaged and motivated group of people, is critically important to being seen as a leadership material. Collaboration is also about solving conflict, and one of the least intimidating ways to show that you can work effectively with other people is to use your problem-solving skills to find a happy medium when discussions get tense. Why? Because on a group call, it's a little easier to pipe up with some of your communication statements. Like, obviously we have some passionate contributors here. Let's start with the first point and work through how we can find common ground. Anything like that helps you show up as Switzerland, neutral. Number 4, adaptability. Before 2020, I probably would not have made adaptability one of my top 5 soft skills. And the reason is because it's not an easy one to develop. Over the past 3 years, however, we've seen how adaptability has been critically important to the success of organizations and employee well-being. What companies asked of their employees was unprecedented. Adaptability is part of the personality spectrum. You're either a person who navigates change and uncertainty well, or you're not. If you're not, then you feel more comfortable with dependability, reliability, predictability. And for me to tell you that you need to be more adaptable, well, that's actually a tall order. Over the past few years, though, we've been forced to be more adaptable, and the people who could roll with the punches did well. Now, if you're a person who just doesn't like a lot of change, there are ways to embrace being more adaptable and, of course, doing it on your terms. Adaptability these days encompasses dealing with a changing world and work environment, new technology, rapidly changing processes and ideas, as well as shifting strategic initiatives that are trying to capture new market trends. Simple statements like, while shifting direction at this point is uncomfortable for me, if we could just use this proven framework to move forward, I'm sure I'll be able to adjust. This allows you to acknowledge what's unfamiliar to you, a good tool that will help you shift quickly, and an openness to understanding the value of making the change. That's the best way to communicate your ability to embrace adaptability, especially if it makes you uncomfortable. Number 5, time management. Everybody wants to know how to manage their time better. Now, effective time management includes your ability to prioritize your tasks and assignments, your ability to meet deadlines consistently, and doing your best to maintain a healthy work-life balance. I will say this, if you are struggling with good time management, take a moment to sit back and look at the bigger picture. I have a client who has been told by his company that he is a candidate for a promotion. He's been given a coach, me. He's been enrolled in a leadership development program, and he's getting bigger responsibilities, all in an effort to prepare him for his next role, which is an executive director position. His question to me was about managing all the expectations around him, showing up fully present, and also being able to turn it off when he gets home. And my answer was that he needs to navigate these choppy waters for the next few months. He has big expectations ahead of him. So it's less about trying to control the outcome and more about swimming with the current. Be okay with your brain consistently processing if you know it's only temporary. On the other hand, if you struggle with prioritizing your tasks and if you struggle with meeting deadlines, this is a good place to ask yourself, what is it about those deadlines and tasks that keep throwing you off course? If you're overwhelmed and overworked, if you're unqualified or inexperienced, if you're out there doing it alone, these are all factors that contribute to losing sight of your time management. It's not because you can't handle it. It's because it grew bigger while you were focusing on something else. Honestly, we can all manage our time well when we're in a state of balance. The bigger solution around time management is figuring out what in your environment is causing you to fall behind. Even I have that situation. There are things on my list that have been there for months. I haven't tackled them. I can tell myself that I'm just not good at managing my time. Sometimes I do things at the last minute and that doesn't feel well and it's not productive. But I can also acknowledge that other factors in my life are adding weight to why I'm not accomplishing some of the things that I want to do. That just means I need to change my expectations of how long it's going to take and then break it down into smaller tasks until I can find the bandwidth. That's time management. It's also expectation management, and that's about setting expectations for those around you, important, as well as for yourself, more important. All right, so that's it for my video on 5 soft skills you need to develop in order to find career success. If you have experience with developing any of these soft skills, please feel free to share your experiences below. I'd love to hear about them. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, make sure to check out my Succeeding as a New Manager playlist, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.